It takes 5 years to become an engineer, 8 years to become a lawyer, 11 years to become a doctor. A lot of you are trying to become rich in 2 months, 4 months, and if it doesn't work, you quit straight away and you think, maybe this isn't for me. This person online did it in 3 months. This person did it in 1 year. Why is it taking me 2 years? You don't know what that person has put in to achieve that result. You weren't there with them late at night when they were hustling. You weren't there for those early mornings. You didn't see the sacrifices they've made for that 1, 5, 10 years. What about if I told you you are exactly where you deserve to be? What about if I told you that you've put in X amount of effort, hence why you're in X position, but someone else that you might look up to who's in a better position than you, they've put in 10x the work, right? But they're in 50x the position. But you'd never know that just looking at them on social media. You might think they're a regular person who's put in the same work as you. But if I told you they'd put in 10 times the work, then all of a sudden you'd say, yeah, that makes sense, I understand. But what I'm telling you is they have put in more work. That's why they're in the better position than you, because they've tried harder for longer. Which is why I recommend everyone watching this to focus on themselves. Double down on what you're doing. Look at other people as inspiration. Look at other people as motivation to know what's possible with your life. But don't look at other people and think, I should be in their position. Because like I said, it takes 10 or 11 years to become a doctor. Someone looks at someone making 6 figures, 7 figures a year and thinks, I should get that because I've tried for 3 months on my Shopify store. I've tried building a personal brand for 6 months. Mr. Beast, KSI, all these creators have made thousands of videos before they became who they were. Why should you blow up on your 7th video? Are you analyzing content creation? Are you putting in the hours like these people? Are you studying as hard as a doctor would? Are you studying as much as a lawyer would? Are you studying as much as an engineer would? All of these people are intelligent, they're hardworking, they were consistent, they didn't take days off, and even for them it took years and years. So why should you get any success in 3 months, in 6 months, in 9 months? The answer is you shouldn't. It should take time. I'm a multi-millionaire and it took me years before I actually became really successful. I was working 1 year straight in my door-to-door sales job before I realized working that sales job wasn't going to get me to where I wanted to get. I knew that if I carried on working this job, I would never be living in Dubai. I would never have the things I wanted. I knew I had to learn more about hiring employees. I knew I had to learn more about sales, more about marketing, more about speaking to different kinds of people. I had to learn more about networking. Most of you are just too arrogant. You need more humility if you want to make it. You need to look at your position and think, okay, what is it I don't know? What is it that this person who's richer than me, more successful than me, knows that I don't know? Once you have this white belt student mentality, you start learning, you start improving, and you end up with everything you've ever wanted. Hope this video inspires you guys to work harder. Subscribe to the channel if you liked it. See you boys in a bit.